Okay.
I grouped that down to the nitty-gritty too, that suggesting gardening, any type of gardening, the recycling, being more aware of the dignity of the human persons around us and treating people equally and with dignity, I suppose. Reaffirm creation for the enjoyment of others, encourage others to do the same, suggesting that we live more contemplatively, so that there's a movement called slow living, whereas we're called to be conscious of what we do. There's another organization for slow food, so that as you eat, you're conscious of the flavors and the texture of the food and things that you're eating, sort of slow ourselves down and get back to basics, I suppose. And like cultivate a consciousness in how we're living in our contemporary living.
We had a lot of the same things, taking advantage of the new environmental technology, being aware, consciousness raising, and becoming aware of ourselves and helping other people too, of our environmental footprint. How can we cut it down? Watching your driving and how much driving and how many times. The recycling, gardening, shopping locally. We're becoming aware too of how people don't respect rights and feelings, especially as we're getting older and we find people treat us differently. Kind of don't want to hear what we have to say. A lot of it has to do with our relationships one with another, and again, integrating that with our place in the cosmos to realize that we really are star material.
What? Go ahead. Oh, I thought you were going to report from our table.
We said some of those same things, but a little bit differently. Someone said, read a book and then say, I read this book and this is what I read, and you get a discussion going. And the one book that was mentioned, there's lots of books, but one I hadn't heard of, Radical Amazement by Judy Cannato, C-A-N-N-A-T-O. Yeah, C. Did I say K? C-A-N-N-A-T-O. Judy, Radical Amazement. Somebody else mentioned going to a talk that's going to be given soon about the cosmic Christ and new cosmology, and that the Sisters of St. Joseph of LaGrange are one of the focuses they have for some of their educational things is about new creation and the new cosmology and all of that. So going to those educational sorts of things. And along with that, being able to slow down and the slow living and slow food, somebody commented that, by email we sometimes get these wonderful photos of creation, or on TV there are programs with wonderful photos of nature and creation, which really do help us to slow down, and they're out there for the regular public. And that PBS is going to be having a program coming on. Ken Burns is a photographer, and he's done photos of all the national parks, so kind of watching for that and looking at that as a way of slowing and seeing us as a part of all creation. It starts Sunday?
It starts Sunday.
Oh.
2 hours, and then every day after that for 5 more days. 2 hours. It's a 12-hour series on our national parks.
Oh, great. I'm glad somebody has the specifics. Okay.
Somebody else has said for the priests among us, maybe more homilies including some of these cosmic ideas and some of the good reading that's available these days. There's lots of books and articles, but especially a lot of books about the new advances in science and things that are going on in the universe, so included in our homilies.
too. Reading homilies. Now that kind of brings us to the point in our program where we want to draw all of this together in a prayerful way and in a commissioning way, since we have a lot of ideas here and we probably have more ideas of our own that we didn't get a chance to share. But just to kind of have a personal commitment and a communal commitment here as we go forward.